from the Audible Entertainment Studios, your premier podcast for the Hickory, North Carolina area. In the mix with Audible Entertainment. We talk about anything and everything.
Yeah, what's up? We got the crew in the house tonight. Bubba.
You're
Adam.
yeah.
Forrest.
What up?
My name is Chris, hosting this thing for you in the mix with Audible Entertainment. Oh, we got a good one for you today. All right, so you guys remember out there in podcast world how I was talking about if you got something you want us to talk about, send us a line, drop us a line, whatever. Isaac writes in, he wants to know how to deal with first show jitters. So like the nervousness from first shows. So that's what we're going to touch on a little bit on this episode. Forrest, what the fuck are you doing?
Man's all proper sitting over there.
He's proper as hell. I feel like his nuts are tucked in his ass. I don't know what to think.
A little twisted right now. I'm not gonna lie.
He even tucked one little headphone behind his ear, like, good God, sitting pretty, boy.
Yeah. He only did that because he's got an ear infection.
Ear infection. I can't figure it out.
Oh, did you shoot it off in the wrong direction? It hit you right in the ear, huh?
That's it.
It happens sometimes. It'd be like that. So anyway, first show jitters. Isaac, I think, is trying to get into the DJ life and the business, and wanted to know how to get over that. Now we've got some viewpoints on it. We already touched on at lunch. However, in his instance, he's going to be brand new, going out into the world, fresh, greenback baby status, like still shitting green. All right, I think you guys pretty much had a shoe in because I think all of you were like coming into a place that had already been established. You knew everybody, you've been hanging out. So your first technical show was like, fuck, I know I am. I'm just here. I'm just playing music, right? So, what about you, Adam?
Actually, my first one was the wedding with Chris.
Okay.
When he was technically training me.
With Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like, well, you've seen me do it. You talk shit on the mic when you're singing karaoke and stuff. So he's like, you got this. Like, he handled, of course, it was just the reception is all we DJ'd. We got there, he introduced everything, and then he was like, Adam's going to be your DJ tonight. And just like, boom. So, I had not even run the system at a bar yet. And I knew two people there, Chris,
right,
and then one of the people that was there with the people for the wedding.
One of the people for the people that was there for the people.
Yeah, she was like a friend of the people having the wedding. And so it was just kind of like a throw-in. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is fucking great, bro. Appreciate that. Like, y'all, I was nervous as fuck. Like, you know how much shit I talk and how open I am on the mic. But, like, yeah, that even, like, talking on the mic, I was just like, what do I say? Like, it is nerve-wracking. But
I totally agree with you. When I first started doing this, my first gig...
This is back when you had to like crank the machine.
Yeah,
with
you
the
had to,
vinyl
you had to crank it to get it going.
Horn hanging off of it.
Exactly, 100%. Yeah, get up and going.
That was Chris's first song that he ever played on on a track.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean,
Frank Sinatra sang karaoke with him.
Yeah. There you
I forgot about that. That was my voice.
Soundbite. I love it.
Let's one more time for the sound effect. Hold on a second. Here we go. There you go. That's what Forrest sounds like when he's trying to sing in the studio and fucks up.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, KFC's next spokesperson right here.
Hey Chris, why did the chicken cross the road?
Let's hear it.
Because.
I can't even deal with you. But yeah, so my first gig was like I got roped into it at a little bar in Marion called Southern Ground, which used to be Swamp Fox. Swamp Fox was a big deal. Like, they were having, like, bands like Hinder and Bret Michaels came in there and all this shit. And anyway...
I think I've been with a couple Swamp Foxes.
Yeah, I guarantee you. I guarantee you that. But yeah, no, we had a show going on there. I say we, it was the guy doing it, and kind of the guy that got me into DJing. And he was like, "Hey, you just want to host karaoke since you live in Marion?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So I literally learned like 15 minutes worth of the software, and here you go, do the show. And that was it. So I was like, all right, I just got thrown into it. To my advantage, though, the reason I got into the whole DJ karaoke thing, and it started off just karaoke. It wasn't like an actual DJ, but I played music in bands and stuff. So I already knew how to run sound equipment, and so all that really helped me. However, I will say for first show jitters, nervousness, if you're going to a place you've never been before, don't really know anybody, dude, you just got to push through it. Be yourself. Be personable. As far as new show jitters ongoing, like I still get that to this day. We just had a Y2K party. The first Y2K party we had at the premiere, dude, I was nervous as shit. Bubba and Force was there hanging out. You guys know I was fucking off the wall, man. It
Pacing
was
like a damn kid before he takes his first kiss. It's just like, God almighty. He's like,
right.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I really did, man. But I mean, it was a different setting. It wasn't like your normal like dive bar or like the vault setting or whatever. It was like I'm up on fucking stage, like, you know, a couple of feet in the air on stage or whatever. So it was like, oh shit, like I got to figure out how to entertain these motherfuckers. Hopefully it's good. So it was wild, but it was a good time though. But yeah, I mean, anytime you go into a new venue, you're going to get that nervousness feeling. It don't matter if you're playing acoustic or if you're DJing or whatever your MO is going in. I mean, would you guys agree with that?
oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. And like the biggest part of that nervousness comes from making sure that you don't fuck up their good time.
Yeah, agreed.
It's like it's not about you doing your job. It's just making sure that they're gonna have a good time and you're doing what they want by reading the room.
Yeah, for sure. I totally get that. Yeah, but that's you're always gonna have that. I don't really know. This particular guy that wrote in, I know him, and he's a very personable person. I think he's just more concerned about fucking up. Yeah. You know, like fucking up the music or whatever.
If you do, make a joke about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because I've sat there and I've been playing before, and then like I'll be looking at some songs I want to play next, and I'll hit the wrong button or something, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, it just automatically switches to that. I don't get time to fade in and out or anything.
Yep.
And then everybody's kind of like standing there for a minute. They're like, "What just happened?" And I'm like, I get on the mic and I'm like, "Sorry guys, this DJ sucks. He's awful."
Yeah.
I always just say I'm shit at my job.
And then everybody laughs, and then they just start, dancing again.
It just really hurts my feelings when the whole crowd's like, "Yeah, you do," and I'm like,
well, they know that you suck on the DL too.
Yeah,
like,
God.
So, yeah.
"Oh God, baby girl."
That's Forrest's side job.
What do you mean I suck?
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
I mean, 20's a 20, right?
It's not getting
Audible entertainment.
See, just like this, just like that.
Yep,
Chris
just
does
like
suck
that.
at his
just
job.
like that. He was letting you know who was sucking at their job.
I don't know who this podcast guy is, but he sucks.
I was just throwing it in there like that. I'll tell you, let me tell you about this wedding I just did Saturday. Man, I fucked up. The wedding was fine, man. The ceremony went great, except the officiant. It was his first time. I found out it was his first time. However, I was clowning that motherfucker the whole time because he lost his place like 5 times. And he was like, I had him mic'd up, right? So, like, he's all like mumbling, but you can, no, my apologies, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh shit, like he's on the mic and the videographer's patched into the system too. So, like, they're getting all of this, right? So anyway, reception time, we do cocktail hour, all that. It's time to announce the couple in. I didn't have to do the bridal party. Super easy. On my paperwork that they filled out, I had a couple announced in how they wanted to be. And then we get them in, first dance, blessing over food, and then we eat. So, like, I'm all on the mic hyping everybody up. Hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen, second time this evening. You know, I give them the whole spiel. And I get them in, and I was like, they go to sit down. I was like, oh, wait a second, we're not sit down yet. We're getting ready to do the first dance, guys. You got to get out here on the dance floor. The planner's like, no. Like, looking at me like, no, that's not what we're doing. I'm like, what? And I'm about to fade in their first dance song. Like, it's already playing, and I got it low. And so I was like, no, okay. I was like, I'll kill it, no problem. All right. So I just, like, kill the music. I'm just standing, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, all right, guys, so we're going to say blessing over the phone. Brother Benny's going to come up here and bless the food real quick.
Blessing over the phone?
Yeah, I know.
The food.
You said phone.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Well, it's
See,
going.
you still got the jitters from
It's
it.
going, yeah.
God,
So,
this podcast sucks.
I know, right? No, like, I was just sitting there. I was like, all right, guys, this is how I die right here. No, so I got Benny up, the officiant, and I had him bless the food or whatever. And then I told everybody, no, I'm gonna release you by table numbers, and you guys just hang out. The couple's gonna get fed first, yada yada, the whole spiel. But then the planner's over there giving me absolute shit. Like, she's just like, that's not what's on the paperwork, and I'm like, it's on mine. She's like, that's not what I sent you, and I was like, hold on. So I went to the paperwork she actually sent with the timeline. I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I was like, my bad. I was like, but look, I did show her. I was like, look, my paperwork that they filled out says this, this, and this. I was like, so my bad. I was just, your paperwork doesn't have the music on it. And so I was looking at mine because it has the music listed that I need. And she was like, So, like, she was threatening, to kill me with an inch of my life or whatever. But yeah, I fucked up. I mean, even still this day, man, and hundreds of weddings later and doing this shit, stuff's going to happen. However, like Adam said, and Bubba said, make a joke about it. Like, just keep rolling with it.
You
like,
just got to roll with it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I leaned over to the couple, like, they got their food and everybody, I was in the process of calling tables. I leaned over, I was like, my bad for the mess up, y'all. And I was like, no, it's fine. It adds character to the wedding. I'm like, yeah, yes, it does. Yeah. I was like, you guys will never forget that, I'm sure. I was like, after the officiant, I didn't really feel like there was anything I could do to screw it up anymore. So, yeah.
So if I go to a new place that I've never been before, I've learned that the best thing to do is just, like, play some music that I like, and then, like, you just kind of watch the crowd. You kind of watch to see if some foots are tapping. You got to see if they're, like, wiggling along with the music. And you can never go wrong with, like, 80s, 90s pop, early 2000s pop, rock, all that good stuff. And if they're starting to move to that, then you kind of know what the vibe is for it. You can start playing that kind of music. And then after a while, you just, you're just standing and playing music, and that's it.
Yeah, it's definitely a crowd reading situation. I mean, depending on where you're at, the age range and all that stuff. I mean, you're not going to drop thought shit at the Moose Lodge, right?
First thing.
Right. Like, we're not dropping thought shit at the Moose Lodge. Maybe at 11:30 at night, but that's a different crowd at that point. But, you got grandma sitting out there. You're not dropping thought shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I've seen some grannies throw that thing around.
It's my type.
Yeah.
That's my type.
Baby, just so you know, there's a wheelchair ramp attached to my car.
She got that little scooter, motorized scooter.
You can call me the Silver Surfer.
I know how to use a gate belt.
Jesus Christ.
Force your thoughts, though.
I mean, I never really had them, and it sounds like
I'm just so good at my job. I don't care.
no, it's not that. My first gig was the Vault, and I was a very frequent regular over there, and I knew everybody in the crowd. It was just super easy for me to get up on stage and do it. I knew what songs they liked. I knew what music they liked. It made it 20 times easier.
Get any of it whenever you go anywhere new?
Not really. I've been doing it long enough, I think, where I'm just like, they don't like me, they can text Chris and I won't come back. I don't give a shit.
Dude, I got my first complaint, 3 years in from Two Trees about my DJing?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and it was some of your regulars, Chris's regulars, that came up there looking for the DJ, and all I was doing was sitting at the bar. There was 3 people in the entire bar, then me, the girl I was with, and the bartender.
Yeah.
And so I was just playing music, but I was already told the first hour, don't even worry about karaoke, because everybody was outside. They have outdoor bands going the same time I was DJing, and it's a bar that had been out for a year and a half. So I knew how it rolled. So me and the owner already had a thing. First hour, just play some DJ music. Don't even worry about karaoke. You know, as long as you're playing on the right time, start karaoke when people start feeding into the bar from outdoors. Well, I get a text from Chris. I'm sitting at the bar. Where the fuck are you? I was like, what? He goes, I had people show up for karaoke and you weren't behind the booth. I'm like,
right.
Dude, I was sitting right in front of the booth at the bar, like not even 20 feet away. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, nobody even came up to ask for the DJ. I was like, nobody went to the DJ booth, but they walked in, didn't see somebody behind the booth, and text him immediately.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That was one of those situations where, like, I mean, obviously I'm out there. I don't know what's going on. I can't see. I know they got bands outside, but I don't know how busy it got, how early it got busy inside and all that. But I'll say this. So those stupid females that text, they're like karaoke queens.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait. Like, what? Like, you just got there. Like it's fine. Like, chill. Have a drink.
Exactly.
Go take a piss.
They would have been singing to each other. Like, the 3 people in there don't even care about the music. They're in there to play pool, and they're over there playing for money, so they don't give a shit about the music playing as long as they have a pool table. And that's why I was like, well, there's literally nobody in the bar. I'm just going to go over here, sit down, enjoy my drink, talk to the bartender, see how the night's been going for them.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
It's like they walk through, as soon as they walk through the door,
I want to sing Fancy by Reba.
Yeah, and they sound just like that. Like,
But then when you
smoker for 30 years.
But then you call them up to sing, and they were outside smoking a cigarette, and they're like, "Sorry,
I was smoking."
last night at the
I ain't waiting on you, bitch.
last night at the Christmas party I did, this lady came up and she told me her name one time, and it was Anera. I've never heard that name in my life, right? And so, like, I'm looking at the list, and like I go to call her up, and I'm like, Anara? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's Anera.
Yeah, listen, you'd have thought that I freaking smacked her mom in the mouth with a turkey leg. Like, I was like, I got Anera. It's Anera, everybody. I was just like, okay, like, look, you got a weird fucking name anyway. Like, but I was just like, whatever, man. But like, she felt like one of those karaoke queen individuals.
She's gonna hear this podcast and have an arthritis.
I hope.
I got tongue tied. Never mind. God, this guy sucks,
dude. I hope and pray that she listens to this. That'd be hilarious.
Like, who are the people that spell their names differently? So like, I had like a Katie, but she spelled it with a C. But initially, when somebody tells you the name Katie, you're gonna spell it with a K.
Yeah.
And she was like looking over my shoulder when I was typing her name in, and she goes, it's with a C. And I was like,
you know what's great about that?
That starts with a C. It's like, get out of my face,
I
bitch.
even get the generic names like John, and I always ask people, no matter what your name is, how do I spell your name? And I'll get like a John up there, and they're like, what do you mean? It's John or it's Jon? I'm like, that's the problem. There's still 4 different ways to spell your name. I just want to know how to spell it, so
as long as I can pronounce
you're
it
saved in my system the correct way.
So here's my thing. If they're like looking over your shoulder while you type their name out and they say something about it, just look at them and smile and be like, nobody sees it but me. It's fine. Like,
elbow.
Like, it does not matter. Trust me.
If I have a son, I'm gonna name him John, but spell it Jawn.
There you go.
Yeah.
John.
So
Like Dawn with a J.
yeah, the way our system is set up though, like I used to put on the screen like who was singing next, but the way it was set up, like, all right, so you know the system, guys. So like, if you don't have a song in, it says you're next, but it could be like 2 people down, the next actual singer, right, that has a song in. And so people were seeing their name on the screen coming up, like, I thought I was next. I was like, you didn't have a fucking song in. Like, get out of my face. Like, I told you, like, you got to have a song in. The rotation don't change. I call you when I call you. So if you signed up third for the night and we're going through the rotation and I end up with 20 new singers after you, until we start over, you're still number 3 in the rotation. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it was just like one of those things where, like, they would see their name and think that they were singing, and it was like...
Yeah, you told me that's why you stopped doing that. When I asked you why my system didn't have it, but Chris's did, you were like, it's too screwy for the singers. They see stuff. He's like, it's caused too many problems. So, yeah.
It was just a pain in the ass to try to explain that to people because they want to be like all up in your shit.
No, we secretly can't play favorites. So
yeah, there's that.
I love my favorites.
But a 20's a 20.
I mean, $20 is $20. Like, if you want to sing next, you got to leave. Throw some money in my tip jar. I'm going to jump you.
There was one night I was playing, and this girl come up to me. She was like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
She was like, hey, are you, can I sign up for another song? And I was like, no, I've actually already cut, like, the sign-ups for karaoke off because, you know, I'm winding down the night. She's like, well... if I give you $20, could I sing another song? I said, for $20, I don't care. You can sing 2 more songs. That's $20 in my pocket.
Yeah, you know? Like you can sing those motherfuckers back to back. Like you can close the night. Matter of fact, you just
people got
take
a problem.
over.
I'm like,
that's a big thing. Even with karaoke, people don't realize it's the same as when you request songs. If you tip me, or the more you tip me, you're going to be able to jump. But that's because you're paying for it at that point.
Yeah. Exactly. People don't understand that. That's just how it works anywhere you're at, man. Like, I don't care what bar you go to. And, it's going to piss, like, regulars off. But it's like, for example, not to give no names or nothing, DJ Taco. At Neon Waves. I went in there one night and I wanted to sing. And I don't go out that often. Like, I hardly ever see him. So I was like... I gave him $20. I said, let me sing next. He's like, okay. And he put me up next. And then like 3 songs later, I walked back over to him. I was like, I need to throw in another one real quick. And he's like, man, they're going to beat my ass. I'm like, here's another 20. He's like, I'll get you up. I'm like, okay. I was like, they'll be fine, bro. I was like, who the fuck in here can sing though? And not that I'm fucking, Don Juan of singing or anything, but like, with the singers that frequent that place, it's few and far between you get a good singer. So he's like, I got you. Now, man, Taco can sing his ass off, especially some AC/DC. Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't know if y'all have ever heard Taco sing AC/DC. Yeah. Oh, it's a whole nother level.
The only time I hear a taco sing is after I eat it and it's rumbling in my stomach.
He hears that nice Taco Bell music playing. Ding!
All right. I really need to get some video streaming in here, this stuff. Just so you guys know out there and listening land. Forrest is over here. We're watching MTV Classic channel. There was some booty on the screen. He's kind of like, he lost it for a second.
Right, we were doing a podcast.
He's like, we're doing what? I'm sorry. Wait. But yeah, that's it, man. First gig jitters. That pretty much sums it up.
Just be you. That's it.
I mean,
just be you.
People are either gonna love you, they're gonna hate you. I have a lot of people that hate me.
That goes back to our first podcast. We were talking about like how we got started. It's all about character.
Yeah.
The music you play is still going to be the same music every DJ plays. It's depending the order. But if your character on the mic and with the people is just killing it, then people are going to enjoy themselves.
You'll learn very quickly if you've got the personality to be a DJ or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Isaac definitely has the personality. However, I will say this, and I know he's going to listen, but I'll tell him to his face. I don't care. Like, he is a little overzealous sometimes. So, like, he's a little bit too much in your face sometimes. He's just got that personality. Like, it's a level, right? Like, he's there. And I'm like, dude, I love him to death, though, man. He's a good person. He's personable, man. He'll talk to anybody and have good. A great freaking time. But I know where his nervousness stems from because he's not did this out anywhere or did anything. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Any closing statements from the panel?
No, not at all.
No, nothing.
I'm good, man.
Forrest still isn't even unsure of where he's at right now.
Yeah.
He's still lost in Forest Land over there.
It was a slow episode for me today.
Yeah. Forrest is over there and it dressed like a slut with his gray sweats on.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky there ain't no cameras out here.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
Keep pounding, brother.
There it is.
Damn youthful mountain lion fight outside.
All right, guys. That being said, I'm gonna play a little tune that we did here with Forrest in the studio.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on blast, bro. We're gonna close out this episode. Appreciate you guys listening. Check out the website. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's even on YouTube. However, we don't have video yet. I still made a YouTube account for it. You guys check it out. Check out the Facebook page, In the Mix with Audible Entertainment. You guys can check it out. Give us a shout out. Give us a follow. If you got a topic you want to hear about, we'll throw it out there. We will definitely talk about it. All right. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next time. Love ya.
You
made it.
Charleston girl, dark and room, you don't know her like I do. Took the fire escape to her room and got stone raging blind. Left my money in the trusted hands of them old steel brothers in a fast crash van. One day I'm gonna drive up there and give them half my mind. I don't know if it's the wine or the coke that makes her sound like her jaw is broke. She's working hard to make some sense. She ain't got a dime. I wish to God that I could help her out. I wish I knew she was talking about. I wish to God that I could get away. I'm way too drunk to drive. All I know is that when I am good and sober, I am leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up, makes me wild. Charleston girl with raven hair, bloodshot eyes, skin so fair. I believe if I could find my keys, I'd try to drive away. I never planned to leave so soon. I didn't know that he was sweet on you. Go ahead and take her. She ain't worth the time. All I know is that when I am good and sober, I'm leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up, makes me wild.
This has been a production of Audible Entertainment, LLC. Don't forget to check us out on social media, as well as audiblentertainment.com. Thanks for listening to In the Mix.